Hi, I'm Wanhee and I went from looking like this to this year round, and I'm lazy AF. In fact, I'm so lazy that I rest more than I train. I don't ever go on runs or eat chicken breast salads like all the gym bros. I think I'm the laziest guy to lose fat and keep it off. You've been told that being lazy will make you fat, but it's the opposite. If you're lazy in the right way, it can actually help you lose fat, and not just that, make it enjoyable as well. With that said, let's get into the laziest way to lose fat. If you could burn fat while doing nothing by just being you and just sitting there stewing in your juices, wouldn't that be pretty lazy? Well, there's a way to do that. If you have muscle in your body as opposed to no muscle in your body, the guy with the muscle in his body is naturally going to burn more calories just by existing. Two people could be sitting at a desk, one guy's using more calories than the other guy. Why? Because the first guy has more muscle in his body. So having high muscle mass in your body is actually the laziest way to lose fat. You don't have to do anything and your body will just burn more calories just sustaining itself. This is why you have to be training with weights to build muscle. It's not to go on runs, not to do all these cardio, not to do all of these things to try and burn calories every day or to try and eat less calories every day, make it super stressful. Instead, why don't you invest some time in building muscle in your body? That way you could do nothing and your body's already burning more calories as a start. Now, does that mean that you actually have to get your ass off the couch and go to the gym? Yes. Does that mean that you probably have to train 3 or so times a week and actually lift quite heavy? Yes, you got to do all those things to initially build the muscle and, to be honest, to keep it as well. But I much prefer that as the lazy method than going on runs every day, eating chicken breast salads every day, and doing all of these things to try and get my calories to a certain place when you could just be lifting weights, have high muscle mass, and just milk the rewards of it for freaking months and even years. Because here's a secret that they don't tell you. It's so easy to maintain it. It's not like going on runs where you constantly have to do it. When you have a base level of muscle mass, just training even 2 to 3 times a week with the right weight stimulus, you can maintain it. And that's the secret. That's why some of these guys who look good can seem to maintain that physique just training 2 to 3 times a week. Next. So let's say you agree with me and you say, all right, Wanhee, the lazy way is to have some more muscle in my body. So I'm going to go hit the gym. I'm going to do a routine. What's the roadblock that you're going to get into? You're going to get in the gym. You're going to do a bunch of exercises. It's going to feel hard and you're going to be like, wait, I thought this was the lazy way. This is actually pretty hard. Well, the reason it's hard is because you're training in a not lazy way. You're doing too much exercises, too many sets, too many reps, too much volume basically, which is what most routines are based on. And that's going to have you sweating and panting and feeling tired. Your abs will burn, your arms will burn, and you're like, this is not the lazy thing that I signed up for. Well, what's the way to make the training lazy as well? Well, if you're going to reduce the number of sets and reps, you got to increase the weight. If you increase the weight and lift heavier, then you can do less reps, less sets, less exercises, and still build muscle. This is the secret. This is the lazy way to train. Just understand this idea that the lazy way to train is to actually lift heavy and therefore train less in terms of the volume. By the way, if you want that lazy training system that just gives you that aesthetic body that's lean, then check out Aesthetic Body Blueprint down below. It's literally this exact training system that I've made for you where you train 2 to 3 times a week and get the body that looks good. Next. So now that you're training lazy and getting great results and almost burning more calories than the average Joe just by existing, what's the next lazy thing you got to do? Well, we got to look at the diet side, right? Because losing fat, it does come down to the diet, of course, as well. So as a lazy person, you don't really want to be cooking and cleaning and deciding what to eat 3 times a day. You know, just as you're about to get into some work, you have to think about food. Just as you're trying to get back to work, you have to prepare the groceries for the next one. Like, as a lazy person, sometimes eating, getting enough protein, staying in a deficit, all of these things can be even more tiring than the training itself. So what do you do as a lazy person? Just eat twice or less times in a day. The less times you eat, the less times you have to think about what to eat, the less times you have to clean, the less time you have to do anything to do with food. And by the way, it means that you can eat bigger portions in the 2 times that you eat and still stay in a calorie deficit, which is ultimately what leads to fat loss. What I do is I like to call it 1.5 meals a day. I'll have lunch that I'll call like a 0.5 meal, because for me, a big full meal is with a bunch of carbs, with a bunch of protein, with a bunch of fats, with a bunch of side dishes. My lunches, if I'm trying to get lean, doesn't look like that. I try to go low carb, sometimes even no carb, like today where I had mostly salad, maybe I had some tofu and stuff, but just keep things very, very low carb. So that I call that a 0.5 meal. It's kind of quick in terms of time, in terms of preparation. Sometimes I'll go to a salad place, get a quick salad bowl with some extra protein. Boom, that's done. A couple Greek yogurt things from the convenience store. Boom. Lunches are quick, under 1,000 calories, and they're like a 0.5 meal, meaning they don't have a big carb portion. Then for dinner, I have my big meal. Well, it could be pizza, it could be pasta. Usually it has a ton of protein, ton of carbs, ton of fats, and that's around 1,000 to 1,800 calories. That's how I like to do it. As a lazy person, you only cook once or 1.5 times. You don't even have to think that much, and boom, it's healthy, it hits the protein, it keeps you in a deficit. That's the lazy way to eat. Eat twice or less in a day. Just cut out breakfast, make the lunch small and fast, and have the good dinner. Next, as a lazy person, you don't want to be deciding which meal to eat Monday through to Sunday, lunch through to dinner. How do you make that even lazier so you don't even have to think? Is pick out 3 restaurants, 3 staple meals that you just repeat. If you have proven meals, like the salad place that I frequent now, the chicken breast that I always eat, the steaks that I have, then the game becomes super easy. So if you're a lazy person and you don't want to do all of that thinking about what is this, what is the calories, what is the protein in this, what is that, do it once. Just get the meal you love, calculate it once, and then just be done with it. One of my favorite things is minced beef with fish sauce, chicken breast with egg, soy, and rice, and this salad place that I go to. Repeat the hell out of it. Next, there's nothing lazier than just taking a slow ass stroll when everybody is going on runs, especially in today's day and age. Every guy is running and buying running gear and joining run clubs and posting their run freaking app things, and you're just there like, I'm too lazy for this shit. I can't be going on runs. I don't even want to do none of that. I'm just gonna walk, and not only that, I'm gonna walk real slow. I'm not even gonna get out of breath. I'm not gonna power walk like an Asian grandma. I'm just gonna stroll. I'm gonna wander. I'm gonna wander like a pregnant woman. Just really chill walks. And what you'll find is that your hunger doesn't spike, you actually burn a ton of calories, you actually become more creative, your mood improves, your stress goes down. Everything starts to improve when you make walking a daily habit. Now, the same thing that I found with getting 10k steps, which is the benchmark for getting lean, is if you do 1.5 to 2 walks a day, just like your meals, this will be the best way to get 10,000 steps. So I'll often have 3,000 to 4,000 steps by the time it's around 5 p.m. just moving around in life, going to the gym, coming back. Take me to like 4,000 steps, not counting the steps I do in the gym, by the way. Then I'll do a big walk just before dinner, and this will be like 1 hour. It'll get me about 6,000 to 7,000 steps. That usually takes me up to 8,000, 9,000, and then I might do a walk after dinner. Sometimes I might do a walk in the AM, a mini walk plus a big walk plus a mini walk. So I call it 1 to 1.5 walks a day, and that's what you do. That's the laziest way, again, to burn calories, to not cause hunger spikes and stay in that calorie deficit, which is so much better and lazier, mind you, than these run clubs, than these cardio clubs, even going and doing all these sports, which I love. I mean, I love jiu-jitsu, I love playing soccer, I love climbing and all this. But when I'm getting lean, all I do is walk and I lift. That's it. Ain't no other cardio. Next, another very lazy way to tackle hunger, which is one of the biggest obstacles when you're trying to get lean, is to just change the ratio of proteins and carbs on your plate. Instead of changing the whole meal, instead of changing the entire ingredient list, what you do is when you put the thing on your plate, just put more of the protein and less of the carb. When you pick up 1 spoonful, pick more of the protein and less of the carb. This is one of the easiest, laziest shifts you can make in the meals you already eat. A lot of the times people say, oh, I don't cook the meals, my wife does, or my mother does, or my work provides this. People say this as if they therefore have no control, but you have control over the ratio of things that you put on your plate and the ratio of things that end up going in your mouth. So if you have the same chicken curry and one guy's having mostly rice with a tiny bit of curry and a tiny bit of chicken and a bunch of sauce, that's different to a guy who's having the curry with loads of chicken and not a lot of rice. That's how I do it. I just change the ratio, and it's one of the first things that I do when I shift from maintenance or bulking to getting lean. And again, this is the laziest way because you're not changing the actual meal. You're not having to find all these fat loss meals, all these little Tupperware diets, all these chicken breast salads and all these kinds of stuff. But as long as you understand that a high protein, low carb diet is going to help you get lean, because ultimately it's going to keep you more satiated and help you stay in a calorie deficit, then boom, all you have to do is change the ratio. And that is the laziest way to sort your diet out. Next, the final thing that you want to do as a lazy person is you don't want to be losing weight too fast, because what that means is you're in a severe deficit, and it's impossible to be lazy in the way that I described and still get lean if you're just doing it too fast, because eventually you're going to get so hungry that you're going to blow right back up. You're going to binge eat and undo all the progress. So the lazy man's way to do it, chill, which by the way is the secret to actually keeping the weight off, because you got there in a chill way, you can keep it going in a chill way. If you got there stressfully, you're going to bounce back stressfully. The lazy guy loses about 1 kg a month on average, depending on your body fat level, when you first start to lose weight, you're always going to lose weight faster. All the water that's in your body is going to drain out. Like, you're going to lose weight faster at the beginning, and it's going to slow down. And if you're in that really low body fat range, below 15% body fat, the weight's going to go down much slower. But on average, generally speaking, I would say 1 kg, which is about 2 pounds, 2.2 pounds per month, is what I would consider the optimal rate of fat loss and weight loss. If it's slower than that, that's actually kind of good as well. As long as it's going down, you're more likely to keep it off. If it's higher than that, that's fine also at the beginning. But if it's significantly higher than that consistently, I would start to put money on you gaining the weight back. After coaching literally hundreds of clients through this journey, I have seen this to be the case. I wish it weren't, but it is the case. This is why I vouch for the lazy training system, the lazy diet system, because if it's lazy, it's not going to interfere with your life. And ultimately, that's what you can stay consistent with, which is ultimately what's going to keep the weight off and make you a lean person for life. Now, if you want that lazy training and diet system installed into your life, so you know exactly how to build muscle, exactly how to lose fat in the laziest way, then apply to join my coaching program below. I'll walk you through every single step so you can get lean in the next 6 months. With that said, see you in the next video.